Really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets calls. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It would
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open,
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so my dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn, there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool
Filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. All right, we are here. We're here. I mean, it's like boyish. We're talking crazy shit in the chat. First shout out, 52 months.
sheesh.
For Uncle Ian Sheriffs. What the? Now you know why we call him. Now you know why we call him Unc. He's been here since the beginning, and I was like, it's amazing. 52 months, and he doesn't have a first tag, which is like, what the fuck?
They got rid of those founder tags and shit. I haven't seen them in a minute, man. I had old viewers.
That's because you're an old dusty streamer like me, and your first
Yeah,
guys
exactly.
aren't even around anymore.
They are, though.
Quick question now is the first for me, and I was making fun of Ian saying he bubbled it with Rodney.
What's up,
Shout out to
everybody?
Ian, man. Thanks for the support, man. That's fucking amazing. What else we got? Julian, what up?
Good morning, everybody. Look at all these legends out here. Whoa, the Toe Army, Sixes Mafia. What's up, guys? Spud Smasher. Trebendo. What's up, Brendan? Everybody out there. Beats. Poker Shark. Good luck. I mean, good luck if you guys are grinding today. Good to see everybody.
All my fucking fans calling me a dusty ass rag in the chat.
This
Not
is my
anti-aging
last one.
cream. It's cigarettes and punk rock. That's why I got this young aura. That's what it is. Cigarettes and punk rock.
I had to test out a barber and get a haircut before I actually get another haircut.
Look at
That's
you.
how
You
sick
look-
this shit is.
you
I have to
look
be on
sharp.
camera all way. I have to be on camera. Dude, we got some fun shit planned for when I get to Dublin. I got some cool ass shit planned. So stay tuned for that. If you follow me on social, I'm gonna be putting out all kind of stuff. Visiting some cool places, getting some video and stuff like that. So it'd be fun.
Yeah, we're talking about this amazing once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick as shit. I've already booked up everything, so we're ready to do it. But you guys already know the drill. Good to see you guys. Make sure to get your poker coachings in the chat. Poker coaching in my chat, poker coaching in Toe's chat. If you're interested in competing, we're gonna pick a quiz, pick someone from my chat, Toe's chat, and the winner will compete for $5. And if you win, you get $5 from me or Toe, pretty much. So, cool. Just started Twitter yesterday. Nice.
Jerome, you moved to Wisconsin, so you're still a punk rocker. Now you're just like rockabilly. You're one of those.
Rockabilly. What the fuck is a
you're one of those.
rockabilly?
You never seen those? Like the girls with like have the 50s style kind of hair and makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly's
All
kind of.
right.
I couldn't. You and I, neither of us could kind of like pull off the rockabilly look. But
You damn Skippy, I can't.
the rockabilly look is pretty cool, in my opinion.
All right.
I'm gonna send you.
What up, Mystic Moons? Was good. All right, I'm ready to pick someone. We got to pick a quiz first. We'll talk some poker, try to get better.
Here,
We'll go out to Dublin and speed run it.
I'm gonna send you this link on Skype. There you go. That's the rockabilly look.
Something on with the bug. All right, cool. All right, you ready to pick one?
Oh, I don't know. I was fucking. You told me to be loose today. I'm sending you fucking.
I can't
links.
hear. What the fuck?
Can't hear me?
Your volume went really low.
Is my volume okay on the stream?
Oh no, it's good. It's good now. I'm sorry. That might have been me. My
I was
bad.
like, you told me to be loose, man. I'm sending you links to rockabilly shit on fucking Skype. I don't know if
I
I'm
think
ready to draw. I'm
yeah.
fucking tough kicking it.
All right, I'm ready. What the fuck?
All right, we drew our winner. It's Mr.
All right.
Julian, poker coaching legend.
Yo, term one. What up, champ? You ready? Represent.
Did we pick a quiz? I told you.
Hell no, we didn't pick a quiz. We
Affleck
just
or
rolled.
JL?
Either one.
Queen 9 suited or Ace 5 suited?
Ace
Oh,
five
let's
suited.
cash or tournament. Oh, you said Ace 5 suited. We're doing cash. JL's been
Ace
putting
five
out a lot of 1956.
Yep.
JL's been putting out a lot of these cash game quizzes. Been out
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
out in the cash streets lately.
Yeah, he just made that Poker Go final table yesterday. He got 6th or 7th. It's pretty impressive, man. Those fields are no joke. So to make a final table, man, he's been super consistent, crushing it. Love Uncle JL. Beast.
Julian says, not cash. Yeah, you're in a bit of rough streets, but hey, it's all
It's
about
poker.
getting better. And it's good to do cash for like
Shit.
when you're super deep stacked, right? This cash stuff applies in tournaments when you're like 150 plus deep, right? So it's good to know this stuff. I was gonna give you a spoiler, Julian, but
All right.
decided not
You
to.
ready to click it?
Yes.
Clicked.
Here we have Ace 5 suited, playing 1-3 no limit hold'em. A tricky player limps. Under the gun +1 calls, low jack calls. Do we fold, call, raise to $9, or raise to $21?
This is the real deal.
Beats.
Bro.
Look at this, man.
This is the most real fucking cash game 1-3 hand I've ever seen in my life. This is literally 1-3.
No,
Right here.
I mean 1-3 would be like $30 open 3 callers.
I don't know.
10x
man.
open.
I played more live 1-3 than you have, and these cats. There's so many of these pots where one person limps and it starts to train.
Yeah, everyone limps.
It happens so much.
I played in the micros. I know what's up.
Online, this does not happen this frequently as it does live. Raise to 21
Depends
for
on
Bravo
where you're
Mike. What up,
playing.
Bravo Mike?
Like I play on the WSOP regulated site, And this is like every hand in tournaments.
Oh, really? In tournaments, but
and then
I'm
you
cash.
can 8x ISO here, and you will get 2 callers behind you plus the limpers. Like, it's amazing at the $200 buy-in. Like, it's really incredible. It's a weird culture there.
Mystic Moon, congrats on the takedown on Poker Bra stream this morning. You love to see it. Honestly, don't hate overlimping this, but Smasher says, turn bumped his beach up to 21, jump street. Hey, Savage Ashes says the blast backs.
Look at that. Who brings back the 21 Jump Street reference?
Yeah, that shit is old as hell.
That's Johnny Depp before he was Johnny Depp.
Lee. Somebody outed themselves age-wise. I'm calling here. Just overlimping call, huh? All right. Turn one, what are you doing? Oh, yeah,
Ian going 21. Ian ISOing.
Turn with 21 as
Everybody
well.
else looks like they are calling. And I don't... Hey, what's up, Meatball? I don't see Julian... Up there he is. Call. Got him.
All right, so we're going 21.
Yeah, we're calling.
Do I go... I would never not make this 21.
That's really interesting because I am 100% limping.
Really?
Yeah.
Easiest 21 of my life. You know what? I would limp ace-6 or ace-7 sometimes a little bit more than ace-5. There's
I
no
would
fucking
limp
way.
here like all the way up to like ace-8, maybe ace-9. And then limping small pairs, limping suited paint.
It's hammer time. It's hammer time. Dude, there's no way you can get away with this shit. You can't get away if I'm at the table just limping this nonstop. You are getting fucking punished, or I'm gonna lose my stack.
Like, a little bit worried about...
rebuy. Nope.
Well, wait,
Not
I
worried.
didn't get there yet. Reverse implied odds when you hit your like top pair.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think they ever have ace king or stuff like that. I mean, hitting top pair. I'm not gonna play for an entire stack with a weak top. If I see bad or whatever decision I make, if I decide to check, I'm not looking to get all my money in, but I will put in money, and I think I will have the best hand to offer about. I think I go 21 almost every time. So that's me. Raise 9 accomplishes it's a pot sweetener. And if you make it 9, you might have a family pot.
You will.
I mean, you actually might have a family pot here. And if you overlimp 3, cutoff who's decent is going to squeeze your dick off as well. So
yeah, but you can call easier there.
Call, Mike. Here we're out here with some capped ass limp cally range, praying to God we flop something.
I mean,
I'd rather have the initiative.
Oh, sure.
I'd rather have the initiative and like have the strong uncapped range with the hand that has some good coverage and I can wrap. There's no way I'm playing the limp call, pray to God I flop something game and then torching money if somebody squeezes.
Ian says not going a million ways to the flop. The thing about these hands, this hand, the 8-9 suited here, you know, like
every time eating
pocket 5s, pocket 6s here. Right. Like the good thing about that is like those are hands that play well multi-way. So as long as you're going a million ways to the flop with the right hand selection, it can, whether this is in it or not, it's okay, right? Yeah, I mean the one thing I do like about going 21 here too is like we're kind of in late position, so by going 21, we close out the people behind us a lot. Yes. Whereas if we were in earlier position, that might not be the case. So I think if we were a little bit closer, maybe cut off or whatever, it'd be even better. But hijack is pretty good here, so that's definitely a good argument for going 21 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, get it in position. I'm not playing the limp, over limp, pray to God I see a good enough board, not have reverse implied odds, hit an ace with some backdoors anyway, miss it, torch half my stack. I'm not doing all this stupid shit. I'm going 21. Getting it heads up or in position versus 2 players, c-betting. I mean, I'm just going to win the pot way more often doing it like this.
I am willing to wager JL is going to limp here only because I've taken the masterclass and this is what he says. So let's see if he follows the masterclass. Oh, actually, to be fair, it was the tournament masterclass. Let's see if he does that or not.
All right, let's do it. 21.
We're calling.
Click.
Against a tricky limper under the gun, I'm going to be way more inclined to call than I am to raise.
I didn't
and that's
see
because
tricky,
I really don't
to be
want to
honest.
raise and then get re-raised. And against a tricky
I
limper,
did
they're
not
going to show
see
up with aces,
tricky.
kings, queens, ace, king, etc. Some portion of the time. And then they're going to re-raise you. And that would be really, really bad. So I think this is definitely a spot where calling makes the most sense. If we are going to raise, I would make it something like $21 to give myself a decent amount of fold equity. It's usually 3 times the last bet, which would be $9 plus any additional money in the pot. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. 19, 20, 21. Close enough. You don't want to raise to $9 because then you're just going to get called by everyone while still opening the action for the initial limpers, right? So then they can still limp re-raise you. So I think this is a spot where we just want to lean towards calling and seeing the flop. As the game takes a larger and larger rake, perhaps you should be more inclined to just raise. But ace-5 suited and suited connectors and small and medium pairs are hands that pretty much always want to see the flop when you can. So
True.
I'd be calling even in a game with a pretty high rake. Flop a
He's
flush
calling
draw.
those in tournaments too.
That's good. Queen Jack 3. Under the gun bets 10. Under the gun +1 calls.
Oy.
Low Jack
Yoy.
calls. We have a flush draw. All right. Should we fold, call, raise to 50,
I mean,
or raise to 90?
what else? How much time are we going to spend on this? What are we doing here, guys? Call. He makes a very good point, and I'm not going to lie. My court awareness is super low. I didn't even realize he says a tricky limper.
I didn't say tricky limper in there either, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, literally it says facing your tricky.
Why do you wish we raised?
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I just missed it as well.
Why do you wish we raised?
Nah, I mean, I made a mistake. I think call's better for sure. Versus somebody that's tricky, who we've seen do some tricky limp raising.
Yeah, there are those guys. They got like limp jam 60 bigs with aces and stuff like that. Those guys definitely exist.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Or the guys who just like limp everything. Like they limp ace king, they limp fucking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not just suited aces and pairs and things.
Yeah, I think Trebindo, he was like describing this tricky player as someone who's just capable of limp raising more hands outside of aces and had a limp raising range. So with that in mind, especially if we've seen him do that a few times, this plays like a pocket pair, right?
Mm-hmm.
They like to turn tricks at the midnight.
Everybody here calling except for Bad Bro, who went to 50.
Yeah, everybody calling here except for Brendan, who's trolling. Everybody calling. You're never raising. You're just call. Easy 4-bet jam though with ace 5.
Thanks for the nice words there, Buffalo Boy. I appreciate you, homie.
All right, I'm ready. We're just calling. Never. I'm not doing a damn thing.
No, you want to raise because it raised and this gets re-raised and now you're in this.
Hey, set 2 pair. They have Queen Jack O. In these limping ranges. You're just Yeah. All right. Stop call.
Pure call.
Yep. Let's do it.
This is a neat scenario where, if we knew we could just get all of our money in against 3 other opponents, we'd be thrilled to do that because we know we're going to win about 35-ish% of the time, and we're only putting in 25% of money. That's clearly a good deal. The problem, though, is that if we raise and then the under-the-gun player rips a dent on us, which they may if they have king, queen, or better, right? Then we just end up getting it in heads up with something like 40% equity. So would you rather get it all in some portion of the time with 40% equity, which is not what you want to do because we're putting in roughly half the money then, or would we rather just call and keep all the opponents in and try to get there? I think we'd rather just call and try to get there in this scenario because if we do raise, especially if we get the vibe that the under-the-gun player's range is perhaps stronger and trickier than normal, we really don't want to be raising into a range that's going to contain a lot of hands like aces, kings, queens, jacks, ace, queen, etc. So I think we just want to call. Obviously, under the gun +1 or low jack could have a good hand. Any of the players yet to act have a good hand. If it does go something like call, raise, shove, that would be a pretty big bummer, but we're probably supposed to call it off. As weird as that sounds, because then this player, let's say they raise, they would have put in $50, $60, $70. This guy would have shoved, and then we could have called off 300, knowing that we're at least getting pot odds such that we need to win 40%, and maybe button calls off as well. In that scenario, we're going to be against a lot of hands like aces and a set, or aces and 2 pair. But that's fine, because, again, we're going to win 35-ish% of the time, and there's already some dead money in the pot, and every once in a while, like a random ace is good, like say they both happen to have king, queen, or something silly like that. So I think if that does end up happening, we probably have to get the money in. But this is a scenario I'm usually just going to call, unless I get the read that somehow everybody has nothing. But typically when you can keep the pot really multi-way with a draw to the nuts, you're usually pretty happy.
As long as it's Jesus Christ.
Especially when the alternative is raise and then maybe get blown off your hand by
Beats is super evil.
Somebody else.
He's been hoping for the ace of hearts on the turn
too.
just to put us in hell.
We just get there right on the turn. That's lucky.
And we're in position.
Low
Beautiful.
Jack calls.
The dream.
Should we call, raise to 100, raise to 150, or go all in?
I'm confused. Somebody let me know if you know the answer to this. When we see this bet 50, that's not 50 bigs, right? That's 50 chips, and then it will convert to bigs when it goes into the pot.
Correct.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out stack ratio right now. Got it. I'm with you.
100,
100 bigs.
150.
We have 287.
Oh, man. Start a prediction, and we'll give it 1 minute. I'm gonna try. I forgot about doing channel points thing.
I know what I'm doing. I figured out the math.
What are you guys doing here? Raise to 100. Click it.
So funny. Beats being super
Raise
evil,
150.
wishing for the ace of hearts on the turn just to make us in hell. Put the ace of hearts on the turn, get a bet and a call, and now you're like, oh, piss.
No, it's
it sucks. I mean, you're not folding, but it sucks.
take my money.
Nah,
What are we talking about? All right, well, fuck it. It's gone. Like, I'm not folding. I'm going to see the river, given the option where I'm getting a price to. Just take the fucking money. Just take it. Raise 100 is kind of sweet. We can probably get away with just calling to call for turn. If we call and it checks to us on the river, we still have overpile. I like to click. Some people are clicking, man. Molten is calling as well. All right, cool. What do you terms calling over here?
The problem contrast is like if you start raising and get it all in, you don't get as well good of a price, right? JL did the math. You get less of a good price by raising than calling on the flop. Everyone here's calling. Yeah, everyone here's calling.
Now we see a couple raise. I see a raise to 100. Somebody's literally clicking it. Spud Smasher raising to 100. So a couple people raising.
Sorry.
What other hands would you raise with here outside of the nuts or a flush? I'm just gonna wait. You're gonna raise a set. You're gonna raise a two pair, or is it only the nuts into this multi-way-ish nasty ass spot?
I mean, I'd probably raise a set on the flop, but here, like, I think I'm raising worse flushes. My understanding of the concept is we want to raise some worse flushes, you know, like your 7-8 of spades, because now you need more protection against a fourth spade, right? When you have this spade, you don't necessarily need to raise because you're going to stack all the other flushes anyways, and you don't need any protection.
There's some of them like you're just broke. You're just dead if you're dead, right? Like there's some. What is it? 9 and 10. If you're dead, you're dead.
9, 10 of spades might have too much equity, Jelly, but like
because you can just go to the
7, 8 of spades, 8, 6,
10,
10,
8.
5 of spades, 10, 8 of spades, or whatever. Yeah.
Just raise. I would only be calling here, but I don't know. I'm only calling.
Me too. 100%.
We're in fucking position, like.
Yeah, and then I was looking at the pot too. Like, if we call here, SPR is like 1, right? So we're good.
Yeah. It's about 1 anyway. So fuck it. Call.
Get it in on the river.
Yep. I call.
Yep.
Term calls.
Yep.
Let's do it. Don't do it, JL. Okay.
So I think we have a few reasonable options.
What happened? Oh, it's fucking
certainly
buffering.
call, because if we call, the opponents are all drawing thinner
Do you want me to pause?
Hold on. Yes. 1 second. It's good.
You guys want to see how I win on global so often? I'm in the matrix, man. I take the blue pill. See this?
I'm good.
Take the blue pill. That's the secret.
We're listening to it.
Oh, sorry.
And if they do have a hand like pocket aces with no spade, obviously it's going to be no spade because we have an ace of spades. Or pocket kings with no spade, if we shove or raise, they may just fold it out immediately.
I'm sorry.
If they do have very junky hands, just like king, queen, or queen, 10, no spade, obviously they're going to fold, and I definitely want to keep them in with those hands because those are drawing dead. So I think this is
because I'm loading it on another screen
really,
right
really
now.
Dead. Obviously, someone could have a set or two pair, but even then, sets and two pairs aren't drawing especially live. So as you think your opponent's going to be more inclined to just load their money in the pot, I think we want to go ahead and raise. Probably something like 130 or 140, really. I know I gave you options of 100 or 150. I don't really like a min raise because, yeah, that'll trap in some players, but usually only for the extra $50. I think you'd usually prefer to go a little bit bigger and make it look like you're trying to get some fold equity some portion of the time. I know it's a little bit dicey with our stack to pot ratio here, because if we make it 150, are we ever really folding to a shove? I mean, probably not, right? So I think as your opponents just get more and more oblivious to the point that they're not going to be aware that, okay, clearly you're raising and you're not folding all that often, that means we probably have a pretty good hand, right? And we're also raising into two ranges that should be pretty strong. I mean, under the gun should be pretty strong, right? So if your opponents will be capable of making decently big builds, I think we definitely do not want to raise.
No.
And as they get more inclined just to put their money in with king, queen, or better, then of course we definitely want to raise. So this is a spot where I think we either need to raise to 150 or call, and I think we could go either way. We may want to just rip it all in against some players. I mean, again, if people are just going to call it off with hands like king, queen with a king of spades, or queen 10 with the 10 of spades, then obviously just rip it in and get all the money, right? But I think most people are going to find folds for all the money in a cash game in a multi-way pot like this. So I think we just want to call and force them to stay in the pot with everything. If we did have a flush draw, by the way, and like say it was a 6 of diamonds on the turn, I would also just call and go to the river. River's a 2 of clubs. We have the nuts still. That's good.
Check.
A check to us. That's a bummer. Should we bet 50, bet 100, bet 150, or go all in?
While you guys are talking about this, Ian, your hat, so if I can tell you this, is on the wall of fame up there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's right over here next to the clock. I didn't forget about your hat. I don't wear it because it's hanging up in all its glory in Casa del Tao. Oh, no, we moved from Casa del Tao. This is Le Chateau.
Here, I got a new browser. I swear, man, it's the fucking browser. It's dog shit. All right, there we go. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, well, did I pick? Is it over? What the Oh, I'm giving the answer away. Shit. Okay, because I was going through the other browser.
We got a few
what size?
We got a couple of jams. We got a few 100s coming in here. We got a
Jesus
$1.50.
Christ, my boomer.
Julian torn between 100 and 150.
Cat yams for beats. All in for Bravo Mike. Me, what are you eating? Should have raised 150 on the turn. Let's go 150. Here, Squid says $1.50.
$1.50. Julian going $1.50.
There's no way this size jail. Amazing. All in for Poker Shark. So there's a mix between all 250s and all in. Turn, what are you doing here, bro? I'm all in, always in game, Morton says. What are we doing here? We really wanted to get paid.
The min bet suck out, says John Sears. I like it. Just bet 50.
Bet 50. The bet 50 to make an extra $100. This $100 I know I'm going to get called by will pay my light bill.
Julian said if you jam, you don't get paid off. So he's going $1.50.
Bet the exact amount you need for a new pair of shoes. Win the pot and instantly just get up from the table.
You got to say, Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Right?
Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Throw $50 in the pot.
Mm-hmm. Wink at the dealer and strut off. Like with the Conor McGregor arms.
the billionaire walk. Kington of Spades would definitely call all in. Go all in, main client says. Bet 150. All right. Target whatever is checking river like king, queen. There it is. So what are you guys doing? What is your guy doing? Term is going 150.
Pete said I jammed before the river card even landed. Yeah, Beast bet 150. I'm jamming.
I mean, I can't help myself. I don't think.
I want your money.
And I think when two ranges get here, it's likely someone could have a strong enough hand, even though they check, to just call it off. I think you might get a hero call from some king queens. There certainly could be a queen jack. You know, it's unlikely that someone probably has a word flush. I think under the gun tricky would probably. I do feel like 150 gets called a lot more. Like my stomach said 150 initially, but I know in game I would only go all in.
Always listen to the stomach.
I know that my gut instantly said 150 gets called so much more than all in by non-flush hands. Like I just don't think a non-flush hand calls an all in, especially in live cash. Like if we go 150, you might get shrug called. They'll fire their hand in the muck, and they'll just call it. King 10 busted brick. I feel like you're getting fucking snapped off. I mean, I might have to jam that as a bluff, but I guess that's why I know I would just jam here a lot. But I don't know. 150 feels like it gets called more, but I feel like I just go all in every time.
Yeah, me too.
I know I want to go 150. I really do. But I think it gets called on.
You're leading him $75 behind.
That matters. Yeah, people like to have
I'll
a little
say this,
something.
JL likes to not, well, at least in tournaments, he likes to do the 150s and not bust people because people are more inclined to call. He says that all the time. I don't know if it's the same in cash game or not.
Yeah, I think all in's going to be, this gets called more, but all in's the best play because they still have a calling range with worse value hands that can call off all in. And if we have bluffs, we probably should be all in.
Buffalo Boy says he's betting 150, and his rationale is because the sixes guy sounds like a poker player. I like it.
I'm trying. All right, let's do it. We are. Let me double check. I don't want to get this wrong. He's bet 150 in target. See, I feel you, man. I really do feel you on that. So let's see what JL thinks. I'm all in though.
This is an annoying spot where we're gonna have a pretty tough time getting paid. I think if we go all in. I realize going all in is quite nice when you have the nuts. The thing is, though, is that when they
you already went.
Check
Oh
the
shit.
river,
we bet 150. We went 150. We did not get the 10 points.
I think we can really cap the opponents.
I use the goddamn
one pair and
Pikachu.
Because you have to presume if under the gun was bluffing.
I hate buffering.
They may shove the river, but probably not. Plus, they don't have a ton of bluffs anyway. Same thing for the low jack. If they had some busted draw, like I don't know, 10-9, maybe they decide to bluff it, but they didn't. So
you need me to pause?
I'm gonna get.
And if they did have a,
you need me to pause?
It's going.
Hand like 2 pair or better, they'd probably just still
3-minute
shove
video.
it. Although some people do check those.
Are we going to do it
most
all?
likely, I think we're looking at a hand like a queen or a jack. For
Hey,
the
my
opponents,
shit's
maybe
buffer.
an overpair like aces or
This
kings.
is ultimate test.
So how much will a hand
Call
like
it.
ace queen or king queen
Wait a
call on
minute.
the river?
I have to
I
call
don't
it.
know.
I
That's up
can't
to you
do
to figure
this.
out.
I have to get the next one. I
think
can't.
in
do
general,
this.
though.
I'm calling it for my sanity. Yeah.
Did you guys see? I wish we could clip that. We need to clip that whole
I can't
little
do that.
45-second of
I
the
can't.
mental breakdown where six is lost.
I hate the buffering shit. Yeah. Here, I have another browser so that never happens again. Because
I think I literally heard a popping noise when his brain just exploded.
I kind of want to hear what he has to say.
He wants to say, the essence is like if we bet all in, we got a lot of folds. We're betting 100 because betting 2/3 of the stack is too much, right? And so he's betting 100 to try and get max value.
But it's crazy that 150 got such a low score because I thought 150. I'm over Chrome. It's fucking dust. I thought 150 was a very good bet, but maybe it leaves them so few chips that 100 makes it such an easy call for those single pair hands. Jamming they're literally only going to call you with 2 pair of flushes. I mean, I don't think anybody should be calling off king queen. Maybe someone really bad at the game who has a really bad read on you will call with like king queen.
Do you think it's fair that you get I just equate 1-3 to like shitty low stakes tournaments, right?
Yeah, but people still aren't brain damaged. I mean, people still are gonna fucking play reasonable enough. Like get scared. They have they're not here to give their fucking money away. Like,
Aren't they though?
No, but in different ways than calling off for their whole stack they worked, a week for. I don't know. But yeah, we got what did you get that quiz? I have it over here on the side. I didn't just close
35.
it. 35, and we have a 33, if I scored it correctly.
You got him, Julian. Congratulations. Did really well.
We did.
Reverse is tough. You were on the right track. Picked a little bit of the wrong sides, but the thought process was correct, and that's what's most important.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry, Term. I had to end it there. I'm over Chrome. This should work better. We won't have that issue again.
They call it jam in Texas. They do.
Yeah. Cool. Let's pick someone else. Yee. Good job, Term. And let's get back in there. You got a keyword?
Close one. Keyword is Lucky Charm for sixes. Lucky Charm's trip to Ireland.
Lucky Charm. The Lucky Charm, mate.
Two very important. Well, one question and one important follow-up question. Since you're going to Ireland, will you be buying and or wearing a kilt?
Hell to the no.
Right,
to the no.
If you were
Wait a minute, I thought kilts were Scottish.
Oh yeah, that might be Scottish. Damn.
Wait a minute,
I think you're right.
are kilts
I think you
Irish
called
or
me.
aren't they
They
Scottish?
might be Scottish. They're Scottish. They're Scottish because fucking Mel Gibson in fucking in that what's that fucking movie? I can't think of it right now. With the beat. Braveheart.
How
He
dare
wears a
you?
kilt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, follow up question, anyways. If you were to wear a kilt, underwear or no underwear?
What the fuck? Jesus. Get arrested. 6 is charged in Ireland. And like,
You got the kilt on. You're not just flapping in the wind.
Yeah, that's instantly going to jail. I'm not about that life.
Third follow-up question.
Follow.
If you're wearing a kilt and you have no underwear, when you sit down, do you cross your legs?
Oh my God. You've thought about this extensively.
No, it all just kind of came to me. But also, this is your fault because you told me to be loose on the stream today. So here we are.
So he was taking shots. Toe was out there taking. We were taking shots before the
at 9 in the morning.
At 9 in the morning.
It's Vegas. It's legal here.
You know I've done that at your house before.
2 pairs of underwear, but that's only because it's winter, right, Buffalo Boy?
You definitely couldn't go to prison for wearing no underwear with the kilt. It's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
Oh shit, that's great.
All right, keyword. What is the keyword for? Oh, if you're new, the keyword, the way it works is you guys put the keyword in the chat. I'm going to draw a winner from my chat. Six is going to draw a winner from his chat.
Good Lord.
Those 2 winners are going to compete on the quiz you see on screen. 1957, Sixes.
Shit. Yeah, whatever. Cool.
All right, cool. So doing the Affleck quiz. So you guys will tell me what answer you want to pick in the quiz. We'll have a little discussion about it. We'll go with your answer. Whoever gets the highest quiz wins $5.
That is it.
Gamble on getting better at gambling. Here we are.
Yep, this shit is free, and if you're wrong, who cares? It costs you nothing, as opposed to tomorrow when you're wrong, you punted a stack. So it's cool, you know. We're just chilling. Yeah, we'll do this Affleck quiz, 1957 short stack play with Queen 9 of clubs. So this should be good. We'll pick someone as well. Good luck out there, and make sure you're following my man GodsBigToe. I'm gonna be out of here for like 3 weeks, guys. So the study stream, you know, Toad's gonna have on some guests, or he's gonna be here running it. And make sure to show him some love and give him that follow, since I'm going to be out of here for a few weeks. So shout out God's Big.
Oh, someone said, don't forget to kiss the Blarney Stone when in Ireland. What's the Blarney Stone?
I ain't putting my mouth on shit.
What if it's like ultra juju, dude?
No way. I don't
You
care.
won't kiss this Blarney Stone to win the main event in Ireland?
0%. I'm kissing something somebody pissed on or something, or spit on, or somebody else's mouth has been. You can have it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm kissing that motherfucker.
I'm not.
For a main event
No
win?
shot. Nope. How many? There's been
Like,
a lot million. How many people have kissed it and won? Nah,
you know
I don't
how
care.
much Listerine and
Crazy as hell.
and cold sore medicine I could buy?
You come back with
For the
fucking.
main event win?
You come back with genital warts on your fucking mouth because you kissed the stone. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. You're gonna come back with warts on your.
But I
fucking
got my
mouth.
trophy, Six.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm kissing. Kappa.
Molten Ashes, the winner for the toe stream.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's like, yeah, who knows? Acids on it or something. Fuck that. Drugs, I don't know, dude. I'm sweet. Putting my mouth on anything. Yeah. Yeah, wife, I just kissed the stone. What are all the sores all over your mouth?
It was the Blarney
Hey,
Stone.
I kissed the Blarney Stone.
swear.
What are all these fucking sores all over your mouth? I just kissed the stone. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Eating a squid. Let's go. Can we do a cash one, he says? We've already picked.
We just did a cash one, but we'll be back on the cash streets today.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
sure.
be back on the cash.
We'll do an Evans one eventually.
Come on, don't act like you're not like you're used to having a short ass stack and a big blind. You're a master at this. Come on. You're used to having short stacks. You're good. It's not like you ever have a stack in you. I'm kidding. All right, let's do it. 1957.
Ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, in this hand, we have Queen 9 of clubs in the big blind.
Oh,
Folds the
God.
cutoff, who only
Please don't
has
block her.
12 big blinds, and they put in a min raise. We're in the big blind here with the Queen 9 of clubs. Should we fold, call,
Here we
or go all in?
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
All righty then.
E-Spirit with the snap call. Meatball with the snap call.
Eating a squid, snap calling as well. Min Matt calling. Anybody doing anything outside of calling with the big Dunna.
Can't see the video. There is a 12 blind.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
That min raised basically, and you are in the big blind with queen 9 suited.
Did I work those points from the last one? Oh, I forgot to complete that prediction.
Squid, you're up against Molten Ashes. The chatter directly above you.
3-bet non all in.
This is a tournament quiz, Julian.
You're doing everything you can. The most trolly option that doesn't exist. I love it. Wouldn't be shocked if this jams some, huh? Okay.
Squid leveling and needling in my chat. Whoever I'm up against to just fold this and save the stack. Fold it, bro. Molten Ashes, fold it, bro.
All right.
Legend,
we're calling.
Squid. Legend. Yeah, we're all calling.
Yeah, just calling. 3-betting non all in, the second best option, huh? No, I'm kidding.
I'm pretty sure Affleck calls you within 2 cards. I know he does that, but like,
no.
I would be calling with almost any 2 cards here. Like, I'm folding to 7 deuce, 9 deuce, 8 deuce, 10 deuce.
You got to fold offsuit 3x, 3x, 4.
Connected.
Some of your offsuit 3 gapping 4x, offsuit 3x, gapping 5x, 6x 3 gapping, 10-6 off. I might, we have a folding range. Dude, like this shit is, we're not happy about this as well. I think most players that use this bet size, they do have maybe the bottom of the opening range. Maybe they have like ace-6 and stuff like that. Occasionally, if you're smart, ace-5 in certain parts of the tournament where you don't need to be all in. But most people are just all in. Like, if they're not balanced unless they're really strong.
I'm with you.
Call.
All
right.
So this hand's going to be a very clear call with queen 9 of clubs here. Again, it's important to recognize here that this player is very, very, very polarized. So this range is basically like jacks are better, or ace king suited, ace queen suited, ace jack suited, maybe ace king off, but that hand's probably jamming. And then it's going to have some bluffs like king 9 off, maybe like an ace 3, ace 4 off, some high card bluffs. Most of the suited aces are probably jamming pre, some suited kings. A lot of the pocket pairs are just going to be jamming. So it's a very polarized range, and you don't want to be rejamming too much there into the polarized range. The hands that want to rejam are probably like the pairs, stronger ace-x hands, and we're going to be doing a lot of calling here because of the polarized range that we're up against, and we want to, see a flop first. You normally want to call when you're up against a polarized range. Flop comes 7-6-4 with 2 clubs. Should we be checking, bet 2 big blinds, bet 4 big blinds, or go all in?
Alrighty. Interesting board.
Please flop the nut flash. I know what to do with that. Check shove, Min-Matt says. What do you do on that board? Eating a squid. Maybe all in. I read that. So we're check jam, check shove. Why am I dropping frames?
Lots of checks. Meatball. Open jam. Fuck this guy.
Just open ripping it. All right.
Ash is checking. Consider the lead, though.
What was that? Check. We have some leading here, but bet 2 and check both good. All right.
Maggie leading. Betting 4.
There we go. Take care, Missing Moon. Good luck today, man. Thanks for hanging out. Bet 4. So we see a few different options here. Check jam. So we're gonna lead. We're gonna start with the check here. From Squints. Bet 2 from some. What do you think, Intel? What's your guy doing?
Really wanted to lead, but decided to check. We have a few different lead options in the chat. We got a 4, we got a 2, we got a couple of open jams. Herc, welcome to the stream. Open jamming says, "Fuck these guys." Literally typed "fuck them." I have mixed emotions personally on this board. Like, damn, this board seems like a sexy lead to me. When you do lead these boards, it's always going to be 2. You could probably even lead 1, to be honest with you. It's always going to be small. Check jamming seems good too. Like, I think kind of all options are on the table here. You know me, I'm kind of a donk leading motherfucker in these spots.
But yeah, it's interesting though, because against a more standard range where they're going to miss this board more often, but we got to remember we're against a polarized, very polarized range where he has the nut top of this range, and then he's going to have and he has, like Matt said, like the king 9 off and stuff like that. So we're not up against a standard ish range that we would face in a normal spot where we have a more of a continue versus this, like those specific ranges, although this hits our range. So I don't know. I would start with a check and then just run it, because I do think some of his range does need to check here as well. His ace kings and things like that, he's going to find naturally a lot of checks. So if we lead, do we just get the top portion of his range to just jam anyway?
Yeah, I think if we lead, we clean up our equity a little bit against the hands like king 9 and like king queen and things like that.
It's possible.
You know, ace.
I could see it. It gets it so like
it might be in there. This is a close.
But
one.
Yeah,
if this was 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7, I would almost certainly lead more. Yeah. You tend to do it when it's a 3-liner.
Yes, the hit that you flop the nuts.
This got 2 gapper, or a little gapper rather.
Bet 4. I would never bet 4 though.
Never bet 4.
Just like, let's check. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would check bet 1 in game. Bet 2 seems okay.
Check or bet 2. I can see. I can live with either. So we're gonna check over here and see what Matt thinks. Check.
So pretty good flop for our range. We're gonna have a lot of connectivity
it's over.
Here. You know, our 6-5, 7-5s, these types of hands that we're still gonna defend pre-flop. However, we have to remember this range here is very polarized, and they're probably going to have
a polarized range
30% of the time, even more. We still have a lot of air here, so we're going to still be checking a lot to this person, even though this is a good flop for us. Hands that want to be leading want to have a lot of equity. 6-5, they want to have a lot of equity, and they want to need protection against like ace queen, ace jack. So we're never going to lead like a straight or 2 pair or anything like that, but maybe a hand like 6-5 or 5-4, 7-5 or 8-7 that benefits from folding out some overcards, and when they get it in against the overpair, it's fine because they probably would have check raised anyways. Maybe a hand like 7-3, even 7-deuce. I would not lead king 6, for example, and the reason would be king 6 doesn't need protection from king 9. So having a high card, you don't need as much protection here. This hand I think could do either option. It's a very flexible hand. Leading is fine. Also check raising is fine. This hand does benefit from maybe folding out some like king queen of diamonds, ace queen of diamonds type hands. So I think both options are fine. I go ahead and lead small. And we get jammed on. And we have an easy call once we're leading here. We're never folding this type of a hand. And we're up against aces, which is not surprising.
Normal.
You want to remember, like, you're going to be running into overpairs a ton here, so you want to be thinking, how does my hand do against an overpair in these types of spots? And that kind of will help direct what your strategy would be. So remember, these short stacks, sub 15 blind raises, recognize they're very, very polarized ranges. They don't really have queen jack suited in them, for example.
Very good points. He nailed it. And he instantly brought up we're against a polarized range. So when you're thinking of like, oh, you have some leads in my range, you can't just think about your own range. You must be aware of the other player's range you're going to be up against. If it's so polar, you probably won't be doing it as wide as you would against a more standard range. So obviously, you switched it, right? 2020?
2020.
2020. So did we? So we got a flip on our hands. We got to flip it. Eating a squid. Call it. Heads or tails. This is a new guy. Get the call out. He calls tails. All right, we're gonna sweat it this time.
Call tails.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
We are ready, sir. Good luck.
Coin is in the air.
Oh God, it's on the other goddamn browser. Fuck it. Tell me who won.
You win! Congratulations!
I tried to, then I was like, wait a minute, it's gonna take a while. I'm not. Yeah. Dude, Chrome is dog shit. We did it. Congrats. Make sure to whisper me what site you want the 5 on. From PayPal, and I can send it ACR. And be aware, I'm slow on sending this shit, and it might take you a few days or a week.
We're talking about 3 to 6 weeks now because he's about to leave the country.
No, I'm good.
Asterisk.
I got a list of a bunch of shit I'm getting done. We're good. Cool. Let's go ahead and another keyword.
We had queen high with the flush draw. We had 2 overs and a flush draw.
2 overs and a flush draw to the board, and we're running it.
You can't
every time.
Ever.
Can't ever fold. Cool. You got a keyword, man?
Clover.
Clover. Cool. Clover's in there. Nice things. We got one today. We did get swept. We did not get swept. Remember when I'm gone, get in Toe's chat and represent while I'm gone. I need the Mafia to represent.
What quiz?
Let me see what we got. Y'all pick one. How you guys feeling? Cash or tournaments? How you guys feeling? What are you feeling? Cash or MTTs? Evans.
Crimson
Cash. Either or. Let me see.
Jackson 5 with some fun players.
I don't know, man. Evan's getting so deep in the game now. Is he becoming like a little assassinado, getting him super long?
Gotta get him on the stream. We fucked up. We gotta get him on the stream.
Yeah, Bravo Mike, my man. So, about Cash, obviously. I feel you. Legend in the Cash streets. Yeah, we can do an Evan one, man. Let's do, I was looking at 1947. We've already done that. I'm seeing if we fixed any.
1958, if you want.
1928 with Jack 10.
Yep, we can do that.
Yep, 1928. We'll do Jack 10-0 in some cash games. Evan, these have been really good, man. I really like his transformation as in these quizzes and the way he's doing these videos. Yeah, I really can. It's really good. So we'll do this and do that. Let's pick someone. See who gets it. All right, I'm ready to roll.
Run good.
Up
for the Army. Oh, snap.
Did Ashes just win last time?
You won on my stream last one.
Nah, I got to let somebody else go, Ashes. I have to.
Poor guy loses the flip and then gets denied on the second drive.
Wait a minute. No, I can't do that. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. Nah. It's different.
The ultra run bad.
You can't run that bad. All right, Savage Ashes. Get in there. That's terrible.
Is it Savage Ashes or Molten Ashes?
It's Savage Ashes.
You know well, Molten Ashes was on my stream.
I'm kidding. It's really Molten Ashes. I just call him Savage.
What happened? This means you're the answer, Maggie. Playing for $5.
All right, get in there, man. Don't disappoint me. Get that sixes run good. Let's go. 1928. Good luck, sir.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, Poker Coaching members. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com. Coming at you with another cash game quiz. Today we're playing some 50-cent, $1 no limit hold'em cash games over on PokerStars, and we are playing in a 3-handed game. We are up against 2 regs. Not sure where their names have gone. Maybe we're playing on an anonymous table. But just know that both of these players are regs. The spot in the game had left, and the game was about to break. But I wasn't ready to leave just yet because I had the button. So hand starts with us having Jack 10 offsuit on the button. What should we do? Should we fold? Raise to 2, raise to 2.5, or raise to 3?
We're going to spend exactly 1 minute in this spot on this before we instantly click it.
Okay.
You guys know we've done enough Evan quizzes.
We can just move on if we want.
I just want to see which one they pick, just in case Evan starts.
Buffalo boy, all day, every day, both of us.
2.5, 3 on the button, can call 3 bits.
Yeah, it's fine. 2.5 is fine. 3 is fine. Don't min raise in cash games. Don't min raise in tournaments when you're 150 bucks deep.
Too strong to fold.
Yeah.
On the button.
Yeah. Just pay.
Firmly in your opening range. 2.5 or 3 good. Let's do it.
Yep.
Snap.
Jack 10, definitely going to be a hand that is making it into our rate.
What size did you go?
2.5.
Okay.
Already clicked
Jack
it.
10, definitely going to be a hand that is making it into our raising range in the old cash games. We can check our trusty poker coaching charts and see Jack 10 right there. Had a big blind button, raise first end. Easy raise. In fact, we could even go as low as Jack 9 in this spot. So we're going to raise. Question is what size? I'm going with 2.5. You can go with 3. Go with 2. They're really all good. If you go with a smaller size, you typically play a wider range of hands. If you go for a larger size, you typically play a slightly narrower range of hands. Either way, Jack 10 is going to be fitting in all those strategies. Small blind folds, big blind red calls, and we flop queen, 9, 6, rainbow, giving us an open-ended straight draw. Actions on you. What should you do? Should you check? Bet a third pot, bet 2/3 pot.
All right, guys, what are we
or bet
doing?
Half pot.
Bang. 2.5. What size? 4.1. We got one C-bet and it's 4.1. The big size. There's a bunch of straight draws, 7/8 available, 9/10, gut shots, king jack, king 10, jack 8. This board is wild.
Maggie working it out. Similar to the last hand, she says the flush draw, and the answer was check. One less person in the hand, though. E-Spirit says polarize, 4.1.
Check or bet large-ish. Okay.
Lots of 2.75s and a couple of 4.1s. Oh, man.
Oh, yes. Molten Ashes, therefore, I'll bet 4.1. This board's a bit too coordinated to bet range, so he's going to bet bigger and infrequently is what he's getting at. So, yeah. Check or bet largest. So all my cash game regs are mixing in some largest bets because you're not going to bet small and frequently.
Maggie says 4.1.
As does Molten.
And then last second says, or 2.75, but 4.1. So 4.1 is the answer, but on the ropes.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, my instinct would be half pot here, just because that's what you tell me to do in cash games.
This is like a half pot board.
4.1 seems not bad when there's a decent close gap between the 6 and the 9 and the 9 and the queen. Lots of gut shots and things. So 4.1 doesn't sound too bad, but my instinct would be half pot because you tell me to do so.
Yeah,
you're
at one point
you're my cash game coach.
Good luck, sir. Don't go broke. No, I'm kidding. Y'all pissed. No, I think like half pot's pretty safe here. Honestly, like I don't know if we necessarily need to use the 4.1. It is. We are blocking a lot of the reasonable queen jack, queen 10. We have a lot of equity. If we get check raise, we still do call. There's a lot of other draws available. I think 2.75 or 4.1 is going to be reasonable. If we ran this, I wonder if like it was split between like checking 2.75 and 4.1, never just using this size. Oh yeah, it's like going to be reasonable to mix all the way as a rainbow board. But I definitely, if you want to bet 4.1, I think it's good. I would probably lean on some half pot and then occasionally use this. I bet too much, so I would probably go more towards c-betting half pot plus.
What would you do if it was two-tone?
Two-tone mix. We're not going to be able to. We're betting a little less frequency. Suits are going to be matter, right? And then if we have the jack, we're going to have a spade or something like that, or whatever the suit is, if we want to bet.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. We're going 4.1. Let's see what Evan does, because Evan runs these spots now, which is nice.
Yep.
Let's do it.
This is a hand that we can certainly mix with. It's a hand that we can check behind because we're going to improve to a straight decent amount of the time. Also, we can check behind here, and if our opponent checks again on the turn, we could take this one down with a delayed c-bet. I often like to bet my draws here. I don't feel like we're going to get check raised all that often on this particular board, and I like to be building the pot with my semi-bluffs. I think this is a great candidate for semi-bluffing. Solver wanted to check, so that's going to be the 10-point play. It is a reg versus reg situation where generally going with the solver approved approach is going to be the best one to do. I decided to go for a half pot bet to get a little bit of full equity, knock out some of the weaker hands on the flop, set ourselves up to possibly knock out some of those weaker hands on the turn as well. and build a pot for the times we make our draw. The one downside to betting this hand, Jack 10 offsuit, as opposed to a hand like Jack 10 suited clubs, Jack 10 and hearts, Jack 10 and spades, is that we can't pick up more equity on the turn. We can't pick up more outs. Whereas with those other hands, betting feels better because we can pick up more equity on a backdoor flush draw bringing turn, which gives us better odds on our semi bluffs later. So we bet, our opponent calls, and unfortunately, our intention to build a pot was rewarded with the king of diamonds coming on the turn immediately, giving us the nut straight. So now, action back on you. What should you do? Should you check, bet half pot, bet 3/4 pot, or overbet for a little 1.5x pot action?
What size, guys? We got there. Bingo, bingo, bongo. His feet are doing the happy dance under the table. What now?
No, Maggie, you're right. In the flush hand, there was a bet. It was super multi-way, and there was a bet and a call in front, which is why we just called with the flush and didn't raise. Had a gun check, we might be more inclined to raise in the back seat with the ace-5 suited. In this hand, because this board's really coordinated, he did say he likes to bet here a lot, but then gave 10 points at a check. I'm not sure what he gave to half pot. But it's at the bounce to the server's check.
8.25 for Molten. There's also overbet's an option here. We got half pot and check. So you automatically realize there's no small betting in here, you know?
Damn. I have these windows here with the blinds, and then above that there's like a half moon with windows. And the sun is perfectly coming in the part where the shades aren't. Look where it's hitting me in the face.
Right in the fucking eyes.
Right in the one eye. Jesus. There we go.
All right. What are we doing here, guys? What size do you want to bet?
Oh, we got a lot of answers here. We got 5-5. We got 8-2-5. We got overbet.
What's up, Aramis? What up? What up, Pimp? I think this is more one street of value spot, so check and hope they lead river. And check raise. Jellyfish, I think this is one more street. What the fuck? All right, so Jelly says checking. One more street of value with the nuts? What the hell are we talking about here?
Like I said, if she was playing this in game, she would go 5-5. But she's not sure.
We have all the streets of value when you have the stone nuts in position. You literally could, you have all the streets. You have unlimited earning potential here. What are we talking about here? Not one more street. If you check the nuts, you might get disqualified. All right. Main client's going 16. Toe, what are you doing? We got our answer
Never
here.
checking the nuts for sure. Want my value, baby. I don't know when he goes check that we need to go 8-5. I think we just got a lot of folds. Like he's ultra super capped. So like my instinct would be 5-5 here. I think
that's
too small.
Disgusting. Too small. Way too small. It's got to be overbet or 8-5. 75% feels pretty standard. And when you say, you remember, he called 50%. We have some overbets on his
we
board.
bet in game.
Yeah, we bet in game.
Oh,
we bet half pot.
It said
so
check was 10 points. So betting in game, then I would definitely go 8-5 here. Sorry, I thought we checked flop.
No. Yeah,
I would definitely go 8-5 here for value. Yep, 100%.
Yep, 8-5. Or, I mean, 16 feels kind of cool with some hands. Maybe the nuts, some variation. I don't know. If you wanted to go 16 2 if I was grading this, I would give 16 2.5, 8 points. Or 9 points. And then 8-5, probably pretty standard. 75% ish pot, really good. 8-5.
And we generally don't go over pot when straights come in. Right?
I mean, this is cash. There's a few of them, but yeah, you're right, though. Yeah, because he can have Jack 10 as his range, right?
Yeah. I would go big here and then maybe overbet river if he calls or something. Like maybe. All right, cool.
Mostly
8-5 for me. Maggie said 5-5, I believe.
Savage said 8-5. Let's do it. Good.
We're certainly not going to be checking because, well, we have the nuts. And we
I can see overbetting being kind of sick, too.
We want to think about what type of hands our opponent is going to have here. If our opponent is going to have a lot of 2 pairs with king-queen that flatted pre-flop instead of 3-betting it, king-9 suited that's turned 2 pair, Queen 9 suited that just check called the flop instead of check raising? Don't think so.
Yes.
Queen 6 suited that just check called the flop instead of check raising? Don't think so. King 6 suited that just check called the flop? Yes. Well, King 6 clubs, King 6 of hearts. Can't be King 6 of diamonds because the King of diamonds came on the turn. If it was King... And he doesn't have the backdoor draw on the flop anyway. Can't be King 6 spades because 6 spades is on the flop. So... those are all the 2-pair possibilities, some of which are possible, a lot of which aren't that likely. Now, what are the other hands? Well, 9x, 9-10, 9-jack, Queen X, Queen 10, Queen Jack, 7-8, and 6x. Against those hands that are 1-pair type hands, they're probably not going to call the overbet, but they probably will call a large or medium-sized bet. Also, against the straight draws, as long as we bet at least half pot, if we don't plan to pay off anything on the river, we are not giving our opponent the implied odds they need or the pot odds to justify continuing, but they probably will continue anyway. Oh, we're not really worried about those odds because we have the nuts as well. We'd be happy for 7-8 to continue, incentive to bet on the smaller side, because if they improve to a straight with a 5 on the river or the 10, which is less likely to pay us off, we can get implied odds from a worse hand that currently is drawing dead. So those are some points for betting smaller. We want to encourage those draws to stay in. We want to encourage those 1-pair hands to stay in that are drawing dead. The incentive to bet on the slightly larger size is that Queen 10 and 9-10 and Queen Jack are still probably going to continue because they have a gut shot to go with their pair. And we can build a slightly bigger pot to potentially get paid off more on the river. So I went for the smaller size of 5.5. But betting 8.25 is totally fine. Overbetting has its merits, but I don't think our opponent's range is strong enough to really justify going for that sizing in this situation. Our opponent calls, and the river is the ace of hearts.
Oh, baby.
Still have the straight, just got a little bit better. Actions on you, what should you do? Should you bet 11, half pot, 22, full pot, 44, 2x pot, or go all in?
Okay.
All right, cool. What are we doing now? There's 22 bigs out there. How greedy do you want to get? Are you just going to bet pot? You just trying to get called by a queen or a king? What's your goal here? What's your bet size?
Poor Maggie.
I'm
just on the struggle bus. Poker's hard.
Well, we got a 5. We got a 10-5. We have 25 points right now.
So
How are you doing? Yeah, it's a struggle out there, man. This shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
Especially cash games as well.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted between 2 options. 11 for Poker Shark, half pot.
All options except for 11.
All in for me.
Maggie says
all
pot.
of it. Give me all of it. The world is mine. 44 and 22 for Spud Smasher.
Jerome going pot. Contrast going pot. Sir Axel, twice pot.
I lean 44 for Spud. 2x pot. Jelly going 44. They have all the 2 pairs. Okay. I'll go with my heart ones. I'll say 44. So we got a bunch of 44s, 111, a 22. Beats can't go 44 fast enough. 2x pot.
Same here. We got a couple of all-ins and a bunch of 22s and 44s. Maggie considered 11 but landed on pot. Hey, Joey.
Overbet and
Thanks
jam
for
the
6
raise
months,
if you can get it.
Joey likes twice pot. What are you doing?
Definitely never. Not. I mean, whatever overbet 44 over all in. We're a bit
Seems
too
too
deep
much,
for
yeah.
all in. I mean, only 44. I can't imagine if you cannot go 11 here.
No, it's way too small. But I think pot's okay.
Pot feels a bit too small as well. Like, I guess if you could feel your opponent so fucking weak that they don't call. But at this point, they showed up to the river. They've called 2 bets. I am going 44.
At least pot is the point.
I'm at least going 44.
At
I wonder
least
if I can go
pot and not all in.
66.
Yeah.
Can I go 66? Can I go 80? Is that too excessive? Is 400% pot ridiculous? Can I go 88 bigs? Like, how greedy can I get here without it being egregious? I guess 60 or 44, 50, something ridiculous like that. Seems good to me, but I don't know.
I agree, Beats. All right, we're going pot.
44. We are going, wait a minute. 44 for Ashes. All right, there's go. Do it.
All right.
I clicked it.
Very
All
fun
in.
spot to be in, and I think this is one where oftentimes people miss out on a lot of value. If you're trying to make sure you get paid off
What
when
size
you
did
have
you
your
go?
nut hands, you're trying to make sure you show your hand down when you
We
have your nut
clicked
hands. You're probably going to bet on the
the
smaller
44.
side here.
How much
We
was
got
it?
a
Going for
10.
half pot.
10.
Maybe
What'd you
even
get?
full pot, but you're probably leaving some value on the table in doing that. We talked about which two pairs are possible on the turn, although they aren't that many. But now more two pairs are possible with the ace coming on the river. Ace 9 is possible. Ace 6 is possible, although these hands may fold on the turn, although maybe not for that small size. Ace Queen probably would have 3-bet pre-flop. Ace King not so much either. But it also looks like a good card for us to bluff on.
Ace Queen off in his
With it
range.
being another overcard. We now have 2 overcards to the queen there. And in reg versus reg situations, especially in these short-handed games, people try to get a bit more battly. There's a bit more machoism and egoism, and people don't want to be pushed around in these situations. So I think that a pair of queens, if it's going to call, it's probably going to hero call. If our opponent has 2 pair, they're definitely going to hero call. If our opponent has a 9, 10, 9 jack, they're going to fold to any bet size anyway. So we might as well go for the maximum we can when our opponent feels like hero calling. And that's going to be either 44 or all in. If you think your opponent is super sticky, or you think your opponent is the type to slow play some 2 pairs or slow play some sets, go for it all. They're probably going to look you up. If you think your opponent is not the type to be quite that heroic, but will have a hard time folding any 2 pairs, or just thinks you're a bluffer and you like to represent on these scare cards, then go for the larger bet size. If you bet pot, you're still going to get paid fairly often, but I just felt like this was a situation where we could go for a bit more. So I went for 44. Solver says ship it in. That's a very high multiple of the pot, but against the right player, you may get paid off. And our opponent did look us up with Queen 10. So our opponent had top pair on the flop. They saw that the run out looked good for barreling with 2 overcards coming. Also, they had a blocker
Never get lucky
with
like
the 10,
this.
which we're representing a straight when we make this play. So this is one of the cards that decreases the likelihood that we have that straight. If our opponent had pocket 10s, pocket jacks, maybe they make that call for the same reasons. And I think what our opponent was hoping we would have is actually those jacks and 10s where we were using the blockers to represent the straight. Unfortunately for him, we had the straight, and fortunately for us, we chose a bet size that got us a lot of value going 2x pot on the river, and we made sure we got probably the max in this situation that got a little nutty out there. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this quiz. This has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Maggie, I think you just missed it. We got 33. I think the river fucked you.
Yeah, the river did. The 8 on the river cost. We got a 35. It was like literally tied up to that point.
Revenge
and we pulled it out.
Molten Ashes.
We're all pissed.
He only wins in the Sixers stream. He's never coming back.
Yeah, I told him we got that Sixers luck. Let's go. The Sixers run good. Good.
So close.
Good job, Ashes.
You did really well. You did really, really well.
Molten Ashes over there. Savage Ashes over here. Congratulations, champ. I see you. Good job, buddy. Cool. We'll pick another quiz, and see if we. Yeah, last one. Go here. We'll do Nightbot. Pick one more person, and last keyword of the week.
Bye 66 in the chat.
Good luck, 66 or something. Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
You're off.
Bye. There.
No basketball today, Sixes?
I'm gonna go to the gym or something, maybe.
So maybe right contrast. You heard it here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to the gym.
The number 66 there, Beats.
Do I whisper? Yeah, whisper me your name, Molten. I'll get you before I head out. I ain't saying I'm doing that shit today. I ain't saying I'm doing it tomorrow, but I'm saying I'll do it. Cool. Well, those are streaming in. You guys know what time it is. It's time to shield the Poker Coaching Discord study groups. Here we go. If you guys are looking for some study groups, I'm going to be gone. Yeah.
Sorry.
So make sure join the Discord, guys. If you're not a member of the Poker Coaching Discord, You should definitely do so, man. There's a lot of general chats popping. You get any questions, the scores. I don't know why that popped up, but I'm running bad. Get out of here. So yeah, there's all kind of stuff, man. In this Discord, study groups, we record everything, and then we have the schedule of all the study groups. Then we have them 4 days a week, 6 days a week. Excuse me. We got a cash game one. I couldn't be there last week, but we'll have a really good cash game study group. And then the tournament study group, we reviewed Pucks and Poker, a longtime friend of the stream. He chopped the 50K, and we went through damn near the whole hand history, broke down every hand, discussed a lot of stuff, looked at a lot of spots in the last study group. So I thought that was really cool. So if you guys are looking for stuff like that, it's absolutely free, costs nothing. And all you need to do is join the Discord to find stuff like that. So Toad's in there answering hands all the time and stuff. So it's really good, man. Explanation point, Discord. I have to do that show every week because we love it, man. I love being in there. Are there going to be study groups while you're in Ireland? I'm trying to find someone to help with the cash game study group to cover me for a few weeks because I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. And then Toad's going to be running the Thursday study group. So that's going to be good as well. He is looking for peeps to play ball with during their WSOP. Hell yeah, I'll play. I don't know him, but I will play. I was trying to get a group. I'm going to play some pickup ball in Dublin. I was trying to find some places. So I'm going to take some shoes and try to hoop while I'm out there. Fucking fuck my ankle up while I'm out there. It'd be great. Cool. We'll pick a quiz. We'll pick someone and let's pick another quiz first. Where do we want to end it?
It's a little slim pickings right now, huh?
Yeah, it is. I didn't realize how slim it is. We have...
Looks like it's going to have to be a Tristan quiz. I'm scrolling all the way down. 1875?
18. Holy shit. 1875. Have I done that? I have not. 10K live tournament, ace 8 of the clubs. We'll do that. Sounds good. Cool. And we'll pick someone as well. I'm sorry.
Min Matt up for the Army.
Min Matt. Rutro. And we're going to have... This motherfucker won on both streams. How is that possible?
What?
He won on this stream as well.
Ashes?
No, Min Matt did.
Oh, what? The double win. What? All right, pick it. Heads or tails?
Nah. You can. I'll run somebody. I'll re-roll.
I was gonna flip
picked
for
over
it.
there first. Holy shit!
He won on both streams.
Rapali? Did I mispronounce that? Rapali? One over here. Let's go. Man, what kind of fucking run good is that? You better be playing poker this weekend. I don't know if that's ever happened before. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely happened before. Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're not that special. Sorry, I tried.
One other. Yeah, I tried to make you special, but yeah, forget the name.
Special, but...
Yeah. But nah.
All right, let's roll a quiz.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure it hasn't said anything in chat.
Oh.
I want to make sure you good. I want to make sure I don't have to roll it again. What roll should I use? All right, I'll roll it again after. Let's roll it. I started it.
Here we are playing a $10,000 buy-in tournament. A tight recreational player opens it up in the low jack seat, folds around to me in the cutoff with ace 8 of clubs. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 8,000, or re-raise to 12,000?
All right, guys, what you doing with ace 8 suited?
The ace 8 in the suits. Poker Shark is calling. Sorry, what was the description of the low jack? I'm not sure. I don't think he really knows. Did he have a description? I don't think there was much context behind this player.
We're just facing
it. At all. We're just facing it.
Mac on 8. Lots of calls.
I thought he said tight maybe, but I was distracted.
Tight Rex is pairing.
I'm gonna have to re-roll it. Rapali isn't here and hasn't said anything. I don't play that game of waiting around, begging people to do it. Are you here or not? You got 10 seconds. He's gone. All right, I'm rolling it. Jellyfish.
Oh, shit.
Are you here? If you're here, say something. Tell me what you're doing. If not, I snap re-roll it. He calls. Jellyfish is calling. Cool. He's here.
Matt going 8.
Snap 8. Always 3-bet. And one thing you'll notice when you look at your ranges from an equity standpoint, a lot, especially versus later position when you're studying deeper, you're going to have the option of calling or 3-betting a lot. It's going to be mixing with a lot of these suit aces in a lot of spots. Yeah. So with that being said, having the initiative, being the aggressor, I think instead of going multi-way, calling and splitting equity and being a little bit more aggressive at times is just going to be better, like to 3-bet rather than fucking call. Then you get squeezed at some frequency. Then you're going multi-way at some frequency, which is all good and fine. Mm-hmm. But just 3-betting, knowing that you can have equity 3-betting is good. So calling or 3-betting, both good.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I would mix here.
Yeah.
Both are fine.
12 is probably too big. Maybe not when we're 140 bigs deep, like maybe 4x is just standard, but I would 3-bet 8 more than I would call. Yeah. But I would roll for this. I would actually be rolling for this more so than I used to.
Yeah.
Unless without a read on a player. So all right, let's do it. We are calling. Let's do it. Yep.
Ace-8 of clubs and most of the ace-x suiteds in position are hands that you should either call or re-raise. And your strategy should mostly depend on if you think you should be playing GTO, in which case you mix it up, or if you think your opponent's mostly going to 4-bet you if you 3-bet, or if they're going to fold a lot if you 3-bet. If they're going to fold a lot, then definitely 3-bet. If they're going to 4-bet a lot, definitely don't 3-bet. And if they have a generally strong range to begin with, you probably also don't want to 3-bet. If you think your opponent is on the tighter side, then you probably just want to err towards calling with the suited aces because you really don't want to 3-bet and get 4-bet, and you also aren't going to get as many folds as you would like because the opponent's range is going to be slightly stronger than normal. So for that reason, I usually lean towards calling in this spot, but re-raising to something like 8,000 is perfectly fine. You don't need to go for some gigantic 3-bet. There's no purpose in that because that just loses you more money when your opponent has a good hand. Flop comes, giving us a flush draw. Opponent bets 3,000 on King Jack 9. Should we fold, call, raise to 9,000, or raise to 15,000?
All right. I don't think not enough people 3-bet though if they don't know they're tight, leaning primarily towards the call, right? I do think not enough people 3-bet. Yeah, most people are just calling. I think population in this spot is these suited aces are heavily under 3-bet. People are just way more comfortable taking it to the streets unless they have fucking like ace 10 plus or something. Ace 10 suited plus. Mm-hmm. Maybe they occasionally 3-bet ace 5 because they heard their friend talk about doing it, and then all the other suited aces only flat.
Totally.
Now dude, what are we looking at here? We're facing a c-bet and we have the nut flush draw in position. Mm-hmm. Come on now. On this flop, I'm hitting them in the head here. What do you mean? Are you raising? Jellyfish is calling.
Beats raising. Matt raising to 9.
Beats raising?
Buffalo raising.
It's interesting because
this is based on a call, though. We called pre-flop.
Yeah, it's funny. You should be c-betting here at a position. He could just be. Shouldn't he be like not just c-betting at a position here very much, and he's still fucking doing it? Good old live poker.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people c-bet at a position mistakenly.
Yeah, live. Yeah, that's one thing I got to go study. I'm gonna study this week is getting ready for the IPO. Is like live poker, multi-way spots, People c-betting from out of position should be studied, and people defending versus multitude of c-bet sizes. People that aren't going to fold. People are going to defend. Yeah, so it's a scary place. I think he can c-bet on King Jack 9. Maybe he does have some small c-bet here. It's not like a 0%. I just know normally you're going to be able to check a lot of the hands in the range as well too. 4 or 5 way spots out of position. All right, cool. What are we doing here? And who is it on? Oh, Jellyfish is calling.
Yeah, we're raising.
Ooh, okay. What
I
side you raising?
No. Matt's raising. I would call here. This board's too connected. See betting out of position. I just want to try and realize here. I don't want to raise, get re-raised and be in hell.
Yeah, what are you trying to fold out? Like, if he does have some real low equity hand, like an under pair or something like that, you're going to get to realize equity, stab, turn, call. Like, if he ever just gives up, you could turn your hand into a bluff. You're going to see I'm just calling. Yep. I see so much raising now. I'm shook that I'm not, like, studying this spot well enough. I'm only calling, but let's see if JL has a solution that he thinks raising is pretty good here. So let's do it. Call. There.
We're definitely not going to fold. So the question is, are we going to call or are we going to raise? And the problem with raising here is that it's really easy for the opponent to have 2 pair or a set. And if they have 2 pair or a set, they're obviously never going to fold. And if they have a king, they're probably also not going to fold. So I think this is a scenario where we just want to call in position, because if we raise and get re-raised, it's especially terrible. And I do think a lot of people will just re-raise immediately with their 2 pair type hands on this board. And I think we will be against that some portion of the time. So we're just going to call. If we are going to raise, I think something like 9,000 or 10,000 is fine. When you start making it big, like 15 or 18,000, then you definitely run the risk of getting re-raised big or jammed on, which we really don't want, because if we do raise, we want to be able to continue against a re-raise. Like if we made it 9 and then they made it 25, we can call and try to spike on the turn, right? But if we make it 15 and then they make it 50, well, now it's way worse for us because our implied odds are substantially worse. But anyway, I'm just going to call in this scenario, and this is a spot where I'm definitely not going to have a whole lot of raises because it's just so easy for when the opponent is betting out of position for them to have a very strong hand. Turns the 7, giving us a gut shot. And now they bet 5,500. Should we fold, call, raise to 11,000, or raise to 17,000?
I am conflicted on that term.
Why?
Because I have 2 things that I argue with in my head.
But the thing is, with some of this, we're not check raising and we're in position. We get to realize he's still barreling. He's still uncapped. So when he double barrels, he still has kings, jacks, aces, queen 10, all those hands in his range, open, double barrel. So when we decide to raise and turn ace 8 and clubs into a bluff, it's dog shit when we're in position. What are we turning into a bluff versus a double barrel uncapped range?
Why are you so angry that you're giving away spoilers?
I can't help it. I can't, like, I actually can't help it. It's so ridiculous.
You're right about being in position.
No, I was just. Stuff like 9-10 could probably start raising some now, but why? What hands would we raise here outside of queen 10? Why would you raise set 10-8? He can have in his open range. No. What are we trying to accomplish?
To raise sets, right? Like, this board is so wet. You need to raise sets for.
But I mean, the set you could be still just like
I ain't letting sets.
Yeah, this is good.
Free. But I do agree with that. That's it. Sets and.
They have 10-8 suited in their opening range, and we didn't 3-bet.
Like king jack maybe.
I would just call here as well. So I'm sorry, Jellyfish call, not a spot to get fresh with the bill. I don't think so. But I want to hear if JL has like a range and stuff like that, and what range he would raise here.
Beat says if we run this, he's pretty sure it's a pure raise. And Beats is the whiz in GTO Wizard. So I'm gonna run this real quick in the background because I think you were right about being in position. Out of position, I would consider raising.
Yeah. Cool. If I was out of position, I might see a little bit more, right? Because he would have some double barrel. But I don't know, like some hands.
I'm running right now.
All right, we're calling. Let's see what a JL likes, just massive raising and putting semi-bluff out there. Let's do it.
Now that we may have some straights with 10-8 suited, I think raising becomes a little bit better. But again, when the opponent bets on this turn, it's just really likely they have a decently strong hand. Now, they could be betting king, queen, or king 10, or maybe even pocket queens for really thin value. But I think most of the time in this spot, we're going to be against a pretty strong hand or a pretty strong draw. And our hand very much blocks the strong draws, which means we're way more likely to be against a strong hand. If your opponent's the type of player who will just bet with, queen jack or something like that, then maybe we want to go ahead and put in the raise. But I think if the opponent's anywhere near decent, they're going to be relatively polarized here. And if they are relatively polarized, we in turn do not want to raise and then get re-raised off of our hand. So I think calling is the only play that makes sense in the spot. We do call, river is the ace of hearts, and now the opponent bets tiny, 7,000 into 24. So about, 25% pot. Should we fold, call, raise to 22,000, or go all in?
Wow. Ace 8 suited, 60% raising, 83%, and the other, it is not calling at all. It's calling 10%. It's raising or jamming.
That's a cool spot. Yeah, I don't.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's so wide.
In position. The other hands doing it are Queen 10, 10-8, mixing 10s, which is weird to mix your pocket pair 10s, kind of turning them into a bluff. And that's really it.
Yeah, when you block the straight here, it's really tough when they're going to have a lot of one pair hands that you can make very uncomfortable.
I love your over, gut shot, and flush draw. So ace 10 suited does it, ace 8 suited does it, queen 10, 10-8, pocket 9s, pocket 10s, and then ace 10-0 with a club. That's a hard one to find.
Yeah, that's a super hard one. My kids are losing their mind, so I have to continuously mute in the background.
What are we doing here? Everybody call. Everybody call.
Just call. Everybody's just calling. Call. Fold. I'm sure the math is a call, but nits never lead 3 streets as a bluff. But maybe he's blocking you. Are you getting the right price? Everybody's calling. One fold from Jellyfish. Jellyfish is folding. So we're folding over here.
Everybody in my chat calling. We can't fold here.
Well, we're folding. Jellyfish is folding. The only one, the man of the quiz, and everybody else in the world called.
We can't fold for third pot with top pair.
Yeah, it's even almost like a fourth pot, right? Yeah. It's like,
and it's not even like it was top pair that we got tripled. Like we rivered the top pair, right? Like we have to go.
What if he ever just blocks you here with king, queen, or king 10 because he doesn't want to face that, right? Like sometimes, king, queen just go a quarter here so it doesn't have to face. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. But yeah, we're calling.
Yep.
Let's do it.
You're folding, by the way.
Oh, I meant to go folds. Fuck.
Don't try and cheat.
Well, we're definitely not going to go all in. If we go all in, we're risking a ton of money to try to win relatively little, and the opponent could be sitting here with a hand like a set. Now, I will say, if you think the opponent's going to fold out everything besides a straight to a shove, then maybe a shove is actually pretty sick. A lot of people will not fold sets in 2 pairs, though. They're just going to find a call, especially when a bunch of draws miss. And especially when, say they have ace-jack. I could easily be sitting here with a hand like ace 9 and think it's the nuts, although I wouldn't, but maybe I think I have ace 9 as the nuts, and then they call it off. So anyway, we're not shoving. We're also not going to raise small for thin value, because in this scenario, if you think about the thin value bets the opponent likely has, it's going to be a lot of aces and a lot of kings.
You know what? We can
if they do have an ace, I don't think they're going to fold to any smallish raise, and I lose to a lot of the aces, or chop with the aces. And if they do have a king, they'll probably fold to the raise. And if the opponent is good, every once in a while they will slot in a super nut hand with the small bet size that they just know they're never folding to any raise, and that will make it where I definitely cannot go for thin value with a hand this week. So the options then become fold or call. I'm not folding top pair, getting amazing pot odds. It's just a little too likely my opponent's either running some weird bluff or they just have a thin value king where they or don't know what they're doing with pocket queens and think, oh, pocket queens are good, let me bet them. Although, that doesn't happen nearly as often in $10,000 buy-in tournaments, even from the recreational players, compared to smaller tournaments. But this is a spot where you just have to call. We're going to lose to like random
now we're going to be all off on the
and,
timing.
It's fucked.
Ace-jack type stuff. But I think most of the time, well, more than 20% of the time, we are going to have the best hand. So we call. Shows up with ace-king, which is an interesting hand to put in a small river bet size. The opponent was probably just really trying to target a specific hand like King X or Jack X, going for a small bet. Definitely try to figure out what type of players do that type of play where they are, like obviously targeting what they think your range or your hand most likely is, and you can sometimes use that to deduce what they have.
I was wrong, but
or what they think you have. And if you really surprise them with a giant raise,
lose like a man.
Some of these players won't know what to do. They'll think, oh man, I must have gotten it wrong, and then they will make a big fold. But this is a spot where really I think our hand was pretty easy to play. I mean, pre-flop, just call. Flop with a flush draw, just call. Turn with another draw, just call. River, make top pair, just call. Lose a small pot, move on to the next hand.
Let me know when you're done.
Live reads. What did you swish it?
No.
Oh, fuck. Now I got to actually go back.
We got 35.
I got to see what the fold was on the river. Fuck. Is that... got to go back and click it all.
You fucked up, son.
Fuck. Which one? Where was it? 1875?
Yep.
Now I have to actually see what we got. Oh, my God. I said we were 3 bets. And then... I just want to get to the last score and see what it is. I just want to see what the final is.
Did you have 10s across the board?
A fold is a fucking 0.
Goosed.
What we lost. We got goosed. Well, now that we got that out the way, that's
congratulations.
Fold, I'm sure it's a 0. Just give it.
The goose. You don't see the goose very much.
Nah. Cool. We went a little bit over today, so I got to get out of here. Do some family shit.
Those two? Deja Vu, Keisha. I'm kind of trolling here.
I mean, Deja Vu is old school, man. We can get and show her some love. She's good people.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Yeah, let's drop it off to Deja Vu. She's awesome, man. She's been friendly, longtime friend of the stream. So make sure to show her some support, guys. If you're out there as well, I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks. I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks. So make sure to give me that follow, especially on Instagram, where I'll be posting a ton of videos from everywhere in Dublin. Everything I do, I'll just be posting and super active on social for that stuff. So give me a follow there, and yeah, make sure to give my man Toe some love because he's gonna be carrying this, and then yeah, I'll be gone. I'm gone, guys. I gotta go. Sun's crying. Peace out. Peace.
There's a lot of links, guys. YouTube, if you want to see this from the beginning, or anyone who's seen in the past, Caster Command, Discord, mine, PC, you guys got it. We're throwing the raid over. See you later. Peace.